Bonsoir Paris, good morning Los Angeles. This is Matt for the number 7 episode of Spotlight. I'm very happy to be back here. We had a busy weekend. We just wrapped the Hollywood Art and Movie Awards, which is the winter festival of the Paris Art and Movie Awards. As you may know now, we created the Paris Art and Movie Awards 10 years ago. This is our 11th year now. And we created the Hollywood Art and Movie Award 4 years ago because basically every filmmaker in Los Angeles wanted to go to Paris, and everybody in Paris was dreaming of Los Angeles. So having both festivals allow us to create a network, to create a connection for filmmakers so they can easily and safely and with people they know so they can go from one place to the other and push the movies on both continents. So this fourth edition of the Hollywood Art and Movie Awards was quite big. It was fully digital, but thanks to the big work the team put together for the Paris Art and Movie Awards back in September and now in January for the Hammer, we produced more than 60 videos. We screened more than 70 movies. We've had 3 days of screening, but basically we had almost 2 weeks of interviews and panels and talks and networking. A lot of filmmakers had the chance to discuss with each other during the panels. We also had musicians, score composers, we had script writers, we had art photographers. It was a big festival. So the movies are over, but if you want to watch all the panels and the talks and all the networkings we did, you can go to the Hollywood Art and Movie Award Facebook page and to the PAMA Hama YouTube page, and I'm going to give you the link a little bit later. Right now, we're going to have a guest, and he's linked to the Hollywood Art and Movie Awards once again, and I'm going to welcome him in a few minutes. Welcome to Spotlight number 7. I'm very happy to see you here. See you in a couple of seconds. The filmmaker who is going to join me right now is a director, writer, producer. He is doing everything because he wants to make movies. He's just motivated, you can say so. He's got stamina, and he just won with his team Best International Short Film at the Hollywood Art and Movie Awards. Not yesterday, but Saturday night. I'm going to welcome right now Sha'Quil Reeves. Sha'Quil, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
I hope you are, because it's been a weekend of winning for you. You won Best International Short Film, and you just told me backstage that your team just
The,
won something in sports.
yeah,
Can you tell me what it?
yeah. So the Kansas City Chiefs, we won the AFC Championship game, and we're going back to the Super Bowl because we won last year. So we're going right back to repeat. So I'm ecstatic right now.
Okay, that's awesome. So it's been a good weekend for you. You had many things to celebrate.
Yes, yes.
Let me just say first, how did you feel when you learned that you won Best International Short Film at the Hollywood Art and Movie Awards?
I was so happy. The day my grandma had passed away years ago, and it was her birthday. So Saturday was her birthday. I'm chilling
Okay.
with my friends, and I get a text. And she was like, "We won." And I was like, "No, no, 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 no." So I was just happy, and I thank God for this opportunity because it wouldn't be possible without him. And I was just really grateful to see that this is my first time directing, writing, and producing. I act, but that was my first time. So seeing that just unfold was just really, it made me confident and know that I'm doing a good thing. I'm doing okay.
Yeah, I must have been. Let me show you one thing, and you're gonna tell me what it looks like for you. So that's what you saw afterwards.
Yeah, yeah.
When we put every so this is all the people, all the nominees for the same category you were competing for, and
Mhm.
there is that moment that's gonna come. So you are the nominee. That's you, Sha'Quil Reeves, for Confess. We're gonna talk about the movie. You had big competition in this category, big
Mhm.
competition, and you knew it because of the talk. And we're gonna go back to that also. And how did you feel when you saw that on the internet?
I started screaming. I just started yelling. I just started yelling because just once again, just as an artist, you do want an award. You want to be praised for what you do in a good sense. To know that you worked hard and know that people like yourself all acknowledge you. Like, yo, this is a good one. So I was just ecstatic. I was happy, and I was actually with all my friends. We had a brunch, and I was telling everybody. let's keep pushing. Let's just keep going, all of us. Let's keep going. You, whatever you're doing, you keep doing your thing. I do my thing, you do your thing, but we're on the right path. So it just really gave me confidence to
I'm
just
so
go
I'm so happy to
higher.
hear that because I'm a filmmaker myself, and when I used to have short films and going to film festivals, each time you get nomination, you are happy. But when you get to win, that's all. That's on the cherry on top of the cake, and you get to feel that. Okay, I felt the same. That like I gotta keep going. I gotta keep
Mm,
making movies. I gotta keep pushing because I may have no money. I may have no. I'm. It's not a big film, maybe what I did, but I got recognition. People like the movie. It's a good movie, and I gotta keep pushing. So,
mhm.
how do you how do you choose the film festivals you go to?
Well, the film, it was so interesting because this is my fourth film. I have three other films out, and I had no agenda to enter a film festival. It just I didn't really care too much about it. My biggest purpose was to get footage from my friends. I already have a demo reel. A lot of my friends don't have footage, so I was saying, I want to create an opportunity for my friends. I want to create some work, and I want them to win. And Tia Hall, that played the co-writer opposite of me, she convinced me. Honestly, she said, "I think we should put this in a film festival. I think this is outstanding. I think it has a potential to reach people through the storyline." So she honestly convinced me to do it, and it's been great ever since. So yeah, we went to Google, searched and find the best ones in Los Angeles or New York, anyone we felt was appropriate to enter, and we split our money down the middle, and we just started submitting. And it's been doing good so far. A couple other film festivals, I think, nominated us. We didn't win, but even that was still good to see that people are looking at it. Also, once again, it's just a blessing.
So you said it gives you the confidence to keep pushing and to keep making movies. I gotta say, the movie you made, at least on your page on Film Freeway, you say that you made it for $400. So
Yeah, like
that's
yeah.
basically nothing. So you made that movie. It's a in camera movie, so that's only one location, only one
Hmm.
place.
Yeah.
How did you manage to make that film? What was
Oh,
the
I was.
challenges and
It wasn't so much of a challenge, only because one of my friends, she was a property manager at like an apartment, and I could always use her location. But for this one, it was a challenge because the day I texted her, she said, "Oh, I don't work there." I said, "What? I don't got a location." So I end up just getting an
cool.
Airbnb. I got an Airbnb, and in the
Yeah.
beginning of the movie, the first scene is my friend's apartment. Like when I say I'm super blessed to have friends who say, "Oh, Shaq, you can use it anytime," and as a filmmaker, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry
Yeah.
about time or budget. So yeah, we just use the Airbnb, and we just use the opening scene in the movie at my friend's apartment. Super blessed. Super
So
blessed.
having a location for free that you could use without the constraint of time just allowed you to make the film and to breathe and to be creative.
Yes, yes, because when you use a location when it's time and money,
Yeah.
it's like, man, you have to be focused regardless. What is that? It's that more of like, okay, y'all, let's hurry up and get this done. And we didn't waste no time on set either, but you still get that freedom of, okay, we can take our time if we need to. We can take a mini break. We can kind of relax if we need to and keep the ball rolling. So yeah, super
Yeah.
blessed with the location. It was just a challenge because in the film some things changed though, only because of location wise. I didn't have me going upstairs seeing her. I had it a different angle, but due to location, I had to switch blocking and change some things, which worked out honestly.
Can you go back a little bit to the movie because you're starting to get into the details, and can you pitch it for the audience who didn't see it or who want to know what it's about? What's the pitch about it?
Yeah, so Confess is basically it's a story of a character named Sean, and he lost his girlfriend, soon to be fiance Daisy, to a car crash, and his sister took him to an Airbnb for a retreat to clear his mind. But comes to find out at the retreat, the truth will unfold who was the killer of his girlfriend in the car crash through the Airbnb they got.
So it's a psychological thriller. Both of them start having hallucinations, visions, and they see their friends who died in the car accident, and they come kind to haunt them and to get them to get the girl to confess
Yeah,
what really happened.
yeah, because the ideal of it also is when you're in the when you're at the retreat, it's sort of this universal world that you're in, and soon as you're in the world, all of your fears, your traumas all pop out at you. They keep haunting you only until you confess what happened. If you're dealing with unforgiveness, you enter that room, all your memories of unforgiveness and hate will keep haunting you until you confess what's happening.
Yeah. I get a very specific question for you now. A question I didn't have the chance to ask during the panel a few days ago. Your character in the film wears a T-shirt, and the T-shirt reads "misunderstood," and she's wearing a T-shirt, and the T-shirt reads "frequency." Was it on purpose? Was it a kind of a hidden message you wanted to send to the viewers?
Now that you say that, I feel like it is a hidden message because I didn't plan it. I did want to wear that shirt because I feel like Sean is misunderstood. Like I know the audience watches this like, oh, is he crazy? Oh, is he this? And he's not. He's actually
No.
dealing with the death, and he is
Yeah.
seeing things. He's dealing with bipolar. He's dealing with stuff. And misunderstood, I would say, would be a statement. And it's just like he's normal. And I wanted to show that people that suffer through depression or suffer through anything, they're normal people. They're not crazy. They're not weird, and they're misunderstood. They're human, but humans, we go through things and things happen to us, and it can cause us to, think a certain way. But he was just misunderstood. And I believe when she wore frequency, I have to ask her. I don't know, but frequency, it's a good one. Though. I have to ask her. It's a good one.
Okay, but it made sense to me. At least it made sense to me. And
Yeah.
yeah, okay, that has a meaning. That has a connection with the story I'm watching. Were you influenced in any way by movies like The Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis, or I don't know, these kind of movies where you see dead people?
I was inspired by Empire by Lee
Okay,
Daniels, and it was a season where it's funny. One of the actors that's in it is a mentor to me, Trey Byers, who plays Andre in it. His character lost his wife, lost a lot of tragic things happened to him, and his one season he was with a girl, and come to find out she wasn't real, and it was hallucination because he was taking his meds, and they started raising his medication, and I started researching, and I had no clue that you could really hallucinate, like in real life. I didn't know that, and I
yeah,
was just like, wow. And also I was inspired by Jigsaw. I love Saw movies. You want to play a game, puts you in a room, and I was
yeah,
thinking like, wow, what if I create a film where you're in a house and it's sort of a game, and you have to confess, sort of like Saw. You have to say something in order to get out the game. And I wanted to create the hallucination. So I was just inspired by those two things, literally, and I just took it and
makes
ran
sense.
with it.
Makes sense. So you said that this is your debut as director, and
Hmm.
I gotta say, the movie doesn't look at all like it's a first directing movie,
Thank you.
because, I mean, the angles you choose, because basically there is no special effects in the movie. Half of the character you see in the movie are ghosts or people appearing before
Hmm.
your eyes. So you just play with the camera angles one way, then the other, and one way, and we see what you see, and the next shot we see what we as an audience are supposed to see with nobody else than you in the shot. So how did you comprehend that as a debut filmmaker, as a director directing a movie for the first time?
Yeah.
How did you achieve that details, and that, because it's exactly how it's done, so
Yeah.
congrats. How
Thank you.
did you work for that? How did you achieve that?
Since I've been acting, I take it very serious. When I was in school, I would see my teachers, direct us in scenes, and I would be really taking notes. I wasn't just watching acting. I was very interested how the teacher could know that I should walk away or grab the character or do something. And then also just watching films that I love, I just started studying what they're doing. And when it came to this film, I never been big on, not saying special effects aren't good, but I just never been big on so much stuff. I just been big on let's show the acting, let's show the truth, and if the truth is shown, they're gonna love the movie. They're gonna love the
Yeah,
movie.
show, don't tell, and
Yeah, yeah.
stick to the story.
Yeah, and when it came to the camera shot that you were talking about, it goes back to school. My teacher was showing us this shot called Hide and Reveal. We were shooting a scene in
Uh-huh.
class and he had us here, and then he did something with the camera, and I was never there. So I kept hiding and reveal in my mind every single day, hide and reveal. Because if I can get the audience to see what I'm seeing, then not see what I'm seeing, I'm gonna draw them in. Like that's very interesting to see. So honestly, it just came from me studying, man, studying, taking the craft very serious, and just really trusting myself that I know what I'm doing. Like I said, this was my fourth film. I did three other ones before, and it was nothing like Confess. But I believe me doing three other films, having that confidence to direct, having that confidence to do something, it led me to be super confident in this one, because this one I was nervous because it was different. It
Okay.
was totally different from a lot of things.
You made 3 films before, you mean as an actor?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I made three
Good.
before. Yep.
And which brings me to, again, you made a movie with only $400 of a budget, which was, I guess, your own money and the money of the
Yeah.
team working on
Like
the
it was
film.
like 550, 550, I believe. 550.
550.
Yeah, 550. Yeah.
Such a big difference.
Yeah.
What did you do with
Right.
a 150? So,
um.
um,
Yeah.
and you get to be in film festivals. So you invested your money in the movie, and then you invested your money into submitting to the film festivals, and
Hmm.
you just ended up winning with us at the Hollywood Art and Movie Awards. So that's a journey, and you've been facing in the competition in the festival much bigger movies, and I mean by that much bigger budgets of short films.
Yeah.
And we judge the quality of the movies and the achievement in filmmaking and everything. That doesn't mean the other movies didn't win because they were bad. Everybody was good, believe me, but you ended up winning. So um, how do you feel having made the film with almost nothing and completing the journey as far as you are right now with a win?
I feel extremely blessed. Like I said, I thank God because I've been to film festivals before when I was just an actor, and I ended up winning, best actor for something. And it was a lot of special effects in the film, which was great. And I started seeing all these other films that was, I thought it was a feature film because I'm looking like y'all stuff look amazing. But one thing I noticed, because I didn't win like overall best actor that year, but when I watched the film that did win, my first mindset was they Hollywood. They want the special stuff. They not focused on the truth. And for me, I don't care what film it is, what's going on. It made me realize whatever film I do, because of the budget, because I know I can't most likely get that, and it's
Yeah.
okay. But I said if I'm going to do that, I'm going to work harder than them, and I'm going to make my writing, not saying better in a competition way, but just really relatable. And I'm going to make sure the acting is 100%. Because I feel like even in movies, when when you're drawn to a movie, it isn't the stuff, it isn't special effects. It's the moment where you can connect and
Yeah.
say, "Oh
Yeah.
man, I can relate to this." So I know my budget is like that. I really lock in, like, okay, they might not get a
Yeah.
flash right here, but I'm gonna give them some tears on this moment. I'm gonna give them something to watch. So yeah, so it just came from me
Uh,
being focused.
Yeah, a work ethic. And you told me
Yeah.
backstage before we started that you just you every morning you work out before
Hmm.
starting your day.
I work
So
out. Yep.
you have a work ethic. Do you have a schedule? What's your day like?
So usually, depending on my schedule, if I'm not working in the morning, sometimes I will wake up, I will pray, read a book, and work out. And I've been doing that for years, only because I start to realize you need time with yourself before you start the day. You have to attack the day before the day attacks you. And I started realizing when I didn't work out or I didn't read my book, when I just got up and just went, I'm not focused. I'm there, but I'm not there. But imagine me waking up, praying, working out, eating right, reading a book, and it's only 9, 10 o'clock, and then I'm seeing my peers like, man, I'm tired. I'm fired. I'm fired up. So it just
I'm
gave
just
me a
getting
sense of,
started.
right, yeah, and it gave me a sense of self, because I started
Yeah.
realizing a lot of us don't take time for self when you first wake up. You'll go right to your
Yeah.
phone, you'll go right to this, and you don't even just have a moment to just say, okay, how do I feel today? What do I got to do? What I'm thinking about? Okay, let's go do it. And I realized that small thing has been with me since I was, I believe, in high school. I was young, you know.
Yeah. How do you think that plays a part into being a good filmmaker? Do you think we need, as filmmakers, independent filmmakers, we need to have a day-to-day schedule or a work ethic that's with a higher expectations so we can achieve more?
I think we do because you got to realize that that's sort of to me that's where the creativity flows when we aren't focused on filmmaking. It's when we're using human life and going through a regular day life and being present. And that's, I believe, where inspirations can come, where creativity can come, where you're not so focused so much on let me make a film, but when you just be present, to me, I believe ideas will come. So I think you do need a schedule to just get you focused, to get you as a better human, because that's going to make the film better anyway when you're
Yeah.
better just with who you are. So I think it's necessary, honestly, not just for filmmakers, but for the world, just to find a schedule that works for you too. Maybe somebody don't want to work out, but they could drink tea in the morning and go for a walk, and that's very healthy too. So yeah,
Everybody's different. You have to find your own balance that suits you, that kind of frees you to, like you said, seize the day before the day
yeah,
sees you. So you have to
yes.
be proactive. I like that set of mind. I like
Yeah.
it. Tell me a little bit about Anquanesia. She was with us during the talk. She's been co-writing the movie with you. She's starring with you in the movie. You are the boss. You're both all the
Mhm.
lead actors in the film, and this is your debut as a director. But how was the teamwork on Confess?
She is phenomenal. That's what she is. She is a blessing from the sky. We went to college together and we never worked together before. She was in a different program than me, but I would always watch her shows. She would watch my shows. And I would come up to her like, oh my gosh, you're so great. I want to work with you one day. I hope we can work together. And when I came up with this movie, I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, oh, I need her. I pray I can fly her out if I have to, but I just feel like she would deliver. And she was game. We always wanted to work with each other. And I told her, does she want to hop on as a co-writer? Because for this film, I wanted to work with someone. My other films, it was just all Sha'Quil, 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 Sha'Quil. But I said, I
Yeah,
don't want to just do it with me. I wanted someone to be creative with me. I have friends that's talented. And when that happened, she came along and she's not from, she don't live in LA. She lives in Mississippi. So we're bouncing the script back and forth, different time zones. She called me, I'm at
cool.
work. I'm at work. I can't answer. All right, let me know what you did to the script. And we bounced it back and forth. And then we made the call one day, cast all the actors, and I said, "Yo, we have a film. We have a film." I told the filmmaker, "Let's do it." We shot the date, and I always do a rehearsal before I do my films too, just to get the actors comfortable. I believe if you get a rehearsal
Yeah.
in, it makes your actors drop in more and they're more confident. And when we did a rehearsal, we looked at each other and said, "We got one." We just it's just one of those things, when you're doing something, you just like, yeah, we got one. So
Yeah.
I'm very blessed and honored to know her because she's a class act and she's talented. I mean, this girl can do it all. She's very talented.
What do you prefer, being a director or being an actor?
Oh, don't do that to me.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. I would say, oh, you did this to me. I would
Just
say,
tell me what's the difference? What do you experience when you are an
okay.
actor, and what do you experience when you are a director? Because
So
it's
as an
two different things.
so as an actor, I experience the moment of finding the truth and believing what's happening in the given circumstance is just happening without thinking what's
Okay.
going on. That's what I just commit to. As a
Okay.
director, I see why would he why would he even go to the Airbnb? Why would he even agree to go? Just I just ask the questions of why. And so yeah, when I'm doing directing, I just don't even. I guess I don't think of acting. I just think of why would you do that? Or even I
So you,
just did a. I recently just did a film. It's called Omar, based off Shakespeare's Othello. I wrote a modern adaptation of it. So I just did that. It's coming out. I believe I should get the footage soon. And if I have a way to send it to you, I would love to send it to you. And I was just doing that film, and the girl in the scene kind of fumbled her lines. And my first thing was, "Why'd you fumble?" And she was like, "Oh, I don't know, I went blank." And I was like, "No, the actor always know. Why did you fumble?" "I don't know." I said, "I'm not yelling at you, but why?" And she told me, "Oh, I was thinking about my line." You don't think. Never think while you're acting. Trust yourself. And she killed it. So when I direct, I just think of why. And don't feel ashamed if you mess up. Just why did you mess up? Be aware of it, drop it, and let's do the scene. So yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
like it. It's different perspective, and
Hmm.
it's interesting because somebody you could have said the exact opposite. You could have said, as an actor, I'm thinking of why, and as director, I'm just focusing on the moment. But you said the
Hmm.
opposite, so
Yeah.
that says something about you as a filmmaker. You completed Confess in the very beginning of November, early November. So that means you shot the movie during the pandemic. Did that slow you down, or on the contrary, did you just felt like, hey, nothing is happening right now, we need to do something, and you
Yeah.
made the film?
Yeah. It was inspiration just because ever since I've started acting in 2015, even in college, I never went a year without work. I was in a play. I was out of school, was in plays, and then once I graduated from college, I've always been working ever since. And I'm going to continue to work ever since because that's what I'm called to do. That's my gift. And when the pandemic was starting off, I just told myself, because you know what happened to be honest with you, I did a short film and they never got me my footage back. And I was hurt. You know, I feel like I put the hours
Mm,
in, the work in, and
yeah,
I said, no longer will that happen to me. I'm gonna create my own work, and I'm guaranteed my actors are gonna get their footage. And that was my really driving force. And yeah, I made four. This is number my next film, almost five films during the pandemic, and nothing has stopped me because I think this is the perfect time to do it. It's just perfect. A lot of things are on hold. And if I can continue to put out that work, it's going to just continue to get better. And through protocol stuff, obviously, we make sure we're safe. You know, we do the whole run through.
yeah,
And if we're all negative, let's go. I'm only using three people, I'm only using two people in
yeah.
a scene. So I told myself there's no reason for me, honestly, to stop that just because it is a pandemic. But obviously, you know, being safe and stuff like that. But if we're negative, let's just put on the skills and let's go. I don't see the reason why we should stop.
What did you take away from the experience of being in our festival? What did you think of the talk we had? What How was it useful to you, if it was in any way?
It was very useful, man. It was funny when we got off the call. I told my
Yeah,
managers, I said, "Yo, I'm really inspired because I just love hearing stories. I do hearing other filmmakers learn from what they did. Hearing, I believe the guy who had the action film, his pitch was amazing. I was so like, I want to buy his, but can I buy his
yeah,
movie
Joe.
because it was so good. So I'm always learning, and it was a blessing just once again to be considered. To just be considered for me was just like, man, I'm thankful that y'all would even talk to me, like because it's just an honor, and I'm very humble, and I come from humble beginnings, and I never wanted to be an actor. So for me, this isn't. I would say it would always feel new to me because it was never my goal. I was an athlete.
Good.
I was in college for track and field, and things just went different. And I've been hitting the ball running. So for me, when I do get recognition, when I get awards, I'm like, this is fun, but it's real. It's weird because I didn't have this aspiration. This wasn't my dream. So I believe for me, any type of interview, anything, I'm going to be just like nervous, happy. You know, it
Cool.
just feels good. It feels good. It feels good.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
Um, so what's the next step for you? What's the next project you're going to work on?
Yeah, my next step for me is called Omar. It's a film based off Shakespeare's Othello, and I wrote a modern adaptation of it. I should get the footage this week or February 4th. And like I said, I will link it into you. I really would love for you to see it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This film is gonna shake some heads. The way I wrote this and directed it, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's probably one of the best ones yet. And that's not even bragging. It's just that
Cool.
I learned from Confess. You learn as you go. And Confess taught me so much with all the actors and doing this and this new film. My acting teacher told me this: nobody's better than you. They just think faster. and I'm thinking faster. So for Omar, I'm just thinking faster and faster and faster. So yeah,
And
that's
you
my next
execute.
project. Yeah,
You
yeah,
also execute because you, if I understood correctly, you've been making 5 short films in 2020.
yeah. This is my yeah. So I did four. I did my first film was called Don't Wait. My second one was
Four.
called Double Dealing. Mind, Body, and Soul Confess. And now, yeah, I guess for five, number five would be this year. Omar will be coming out, and I'm also writing another script pretty soon, pretty soon. So yeah,
So
man,
you
these
don't stop.
ideas are coming, and as like I said, I'm glad my friends are coming to me. You know, and I went to an acting school, so I literally have a gang of load of actors. I have every actor I can want because I went to school, and I know millions of actors who are talented,
Yeah.
you know. So I feel
Yeah.
like I'm always going to have opportunities because I have actors. I have
Yeah.
actors.
Is there any place, is Confess, is it online?
Yes, Confess is online. It's on YouTube. I put it on my YouTube page. I put it on. It's on my Instagram too, like my IGTV. It's on Facebook. And I believe we recently just started like posting it up again for people to see because I had a lot of
Yeah.
people that seen it,
That's
but I
good.
recently
So if
believe
you,
some
if
people
you want to
haven't.
watch, if Shakil gave you envy to watch his film, you can check him on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You have his name on your screen right now, Shakil Reeves, and the title of the film is Confess. If you want to watch it, it's online. Go for it. And if you want to watch the panel we had with Shakil and Quanisia, it's on the Facebook page of the Hollywood Art and Movie Awards, and it's on the YouTube page of the Paris Art and Movie Awards. Shakil, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you
And
so
you've
much.
already been starting your day long ago, while you're just like me. So I'm just going to wish you have an excellent day. And I'm pretty sure we're going to talk again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Bye bye, Shakil. Guys, so the Hollywood Art and Movie Awards is over. You have all the panels, so the interview, everything we made and produced during these past 2 weeks is online on YouTube and on Facebook. We also deployed a lot of content on TikTok and Instagram and some other places I don't even remember. We've been promoting filmmakers all over the place, and right now our focus is going to switch to the Paris Art and Movie Awards. So if you want to submit your film to the next big step, it's Paris. It's the number one film festival for independent filmmakers in Paris, France. We are accepting submissions, and we're going to give you some news very soon. Thank you so much for tuning in for Spotlight, and I'm going to see you next week, 9 a.m. PST and 18 heures pour heure française. Thank you so much. Bye bye.